I have two main modes of functioning: sadness and anxiety. And I cannot keep on laughing about it, and I cannot keep on crying about it. So I decided to make videos instead. Sometimes I'm sad and anxious at the same time. Right now, for example, I am sad and I'm anxious and I just can't rest. And it's really annoying. After a while of living like this, you just get so tired and so frustrated. You're like, when is this going to end? And the answer is probably never. Probably not before we stop the current system of abuse. And by this I mean the cult of productivity that capitalism has created. So think about it. Why are we so preoccupied with being busy all the time? Why do we value being productive so much? I mean, the whole phenomenon of hustle culture has taken over our lives. We always want to be busy making money, making moves, and if you sit still for a minute, you're like, why? I should be doing something. Why am I not busy? And you get used to it, and then you can't rest. I used to be a victim of hustle culture myself. I used to work very hard and very long hours, and I earned substantial amount of money, at least by my own standards. And you know what the money I earned did to me? Nothing. Nothing good came from the money I earned. I squandered all these hard-earned money on possessions that I thought would make me happy, but they didn't. And I kept trying. I kept working hard. I kept buying things, hoping, waiting for the moment of happiness, but it never came. And then I thought, do I actually want all of these things? And I started the long and hard process of examination, and you know what I figured? No, I actually don't want all these things. I don't want all this stuff. It's cluttering my house, it's cluttering my mind, it's making me more anxious. And I realized that I actually don't want to work hard and play hard. I want peace and harmony, and it's impossible in the modern conditions. You cannot live a peaceful lifestyle. I mean, I haven't yet figured out how to live peacefully in modern times. Why do we base our worth on how productive we are? Why do we judge people who do not work? Why do we think it is lazy not to want to go to work early in the morning and come back home at night when it's dark outside? Why do we get so angry with people who are homeless and poor? Why do we blame them for being homeless and poor? Why do we always have to come up with an excuse for why they deserve to be homeless and poor? So this too ties to the cult of productivity in the modern capitalist world. People who are homeless and poor are usually victims of circumstances, and even when they're not, they're still victims of the circumstances. Nobody chooses to be poor, nobody chooses to be homeless, and you cannot convince me otherwise, so don't even try. So in the modern world, we condemn people who do not want to participate in the productivity cult, and we condemn people who do not want to support the status quo. And why is that? Well, because it is the most profitable mode of production. When everyone is busy with work all the time, nobody has leisure time to think and reflect and actually distinguish between wants and needs. Nobody has the time to analyze their lives and think, what is it that I actually truly want? What is it that my soul desires? So we throw our young people into this whirlpool of anxiety and chaos. And then we expect them to function, then we expect them to learn to be fully human, even though we ourselves sometimes are not fully human because we do not treat other fellow human beings as such. In a society where people are homeless and poor and starving, we cannot claim to be fully human, because being human is being compassionate. So I started refusing the notion that being busy equals being good. I don't even care what's good. What I care about is what is beneficial to humankind. And what is beneficial to humankind is to rest, and is to think, and is to imagine, and is to be together, and is to help each other in times of need. It is to work together collaboratively towards our common goals. And our common goals are simple. Don't starve, don't destroy the planet we live on, live comfortably enough, but having abundance is not necessary for the vast majority of us. We don't actually want to be rich, most of us at least. What we want is, we want to not worry about tomorrow. We don't want to think about whether we'll be eating tomorrow or not. And we can actually achieve that by refusing the modern notions that capitalism pushes over us. And capitalism is not some kind of an evil villain. Capitalism is just a mode of production. It is a way to make things for profit. There are alternative ways of production, consumption, and redistribution. So we can collectively decide what needs to be made and when, and we have the power to do that, even though those who profit the most from capitalism want us to believe otherwise. We the people have the power to change our circumstances. We have the power to take a fuller control of our lives, and we have the power to stop and rest and to collect ourselves and to change in ways that are meaningful to us.